Alright, so I just had the most miraculous comeback kid game of online chess that I've ever had in my life. Well, I say ever had in my life, even though I've only been playing online chess for like 3 days now. Granted, I do know how to play chess. I mean, I've known how to play chess for a while. I know the basic concepts and understandings and the agenda of the game, as a whole, that just the basics of it. If you don't know how to play chess in the 21st century, I'm sorry. GTFO, just get the fuck out. But anyway, so I'm gonna upload move by move how I won in a game of chess today, and so here we go. Might as well just get it over with. So in chess, white always goes first, and black has to wait its fucking turn, just like everything else in the world, the online world, the real world, the digital world. Um, those are just the rules. White always goes first, and black has to wait its fucking turn. And anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm fucking hilarious saying that. I should be a fucking comedian. But anyway, yeah. So I'm white. White always goes first. So here's the first move. I move my shitty pawn. Whatever. Moves his pawn. My turn. I move my bishop like an idiot. I really have no plan. I'm like super rusty. I used to play a lot more in high school. They're in school and with some friends after school. But I mean that was a while back. It's been well over 10 years since I actually got into the game, but it's never too late, I suppose. But anyway, I'm trying to speed through this. So he moves his queen. My turn. I move my queen just because I'm like, I have a queen too, bitch. I'm cool. Moves his bishop. My turn. Or my move. I move my pawn. The pawn can only move forward, and on its first move, you can move 2 squares or just 1, but you can only eat from side to side. So right there, either pawn could eat either pawn, but if the pawns were in front of one another, like up and down, they wouldn't be able to eat each other. They'd block each other at a standstill. But anyway, here we go. So he eats my piece. It's my turn. I eat his pawn with my bishop. He moves his bishop. I move my queen because I'm like, I want to be cool. He moves his queen. He's kind of like gaining in on me, so I'm kind of like, what should I do? I move my knight, which is a little horsey. His turn. He eats my bishop. I don't know what I was thinking at this point. I don't know how I didn't see that. And I was like, fuck, he just fucking ate my bishop because I'm a fucking moron. So now it's my turn. I move my bishop because I'm like, oh yeah, well I have another one, bitch. So it's his move. He moves his queen. My turn. I castle. Moves his bishop. Move my pawn. I'm gonna try to speed up through this. Moves his bishop. Well, that's a knight actually. The little horsey's the knight. I move my bishop 1 space. He moves his knight. I move my queen, and I'm like, oh yeah, well I have a queen too. Right here. By the way, at this point in the game, both of our queens are facing off. So I was thinking if he comes in and just eats my queen and sacrifices his queen, we'll just sacrifice one another's queens like really early in the game. When I'm bored, I like to do that just to see like, all right, bitch, let's see who's really good at this fucking chess game, bitch, without their fucking queens in the beginning of the game. So I was either expecting him to eat my piece here, and if he didn't, I was gonna eat the piece here, and they're just gonna get sacrificed by their pieces. But anyway, so that's this point in the game. He moves his queen, so I'm like, all right, we're not going to sacrifice each other's queens like maniacs. So he moves his queen. It's my turn. My move. I move my knight. He moves his rook. I move my rook because I'm like, oh yeah, I have one too. He moves his queen. Move my bishop. Moves a pawn. Move my pawn. He eats one of my pieces because I'm an idiot with his queen. So I'm like, okay, I'm in deep shit now. His queen's already like tearing up house and like just causing ruckus like on my side of the board. So his queen's already like fucking me up. So I'm like, fuck. At this point, I'm just thinking about just. I mean, he already ate 2 of my bishops, so I'm just thinking I'm just gonna fucking just give up. But I was like, fuck it. I was like, fuck it. You can't give up. You got to play it through. You can't be a fucking sore loser. You gotta finish the game. You gotta finish the fucking game. Win, lose, or tie. You gotta finish the fucking game. Never be a sore loser. So I move my rook. Moves his bishop. I move my rook. He eats my knight. At this point, I'm like, okay, I'm officially fucked. But this when I start seeing something. I see my queen is here. And my queen can run all the way across the board and start fucking with this king. I mean, if we've been living under a rock for the past 30 years, the whole point in chess is putting the fucking king in checkmate and not having your opponent not having any more places to move. And he's not in check, but he's in checkmate and he's fucked, and that's when the game ends. But anyway. So I'm thinking that I'm like, if I could pull off a miracle here, I might be able to get this dumbass in checkmate. So I'm like, fuck it. I move my pawn like a fucking wimpy ass pussy. His bishop. Well, what happened there? Yeah, his bishop eats my rook, and the rook is a really powerful piece. So he eats my rook, and I'm like, fuck. I'm fucked. So I eat his bishop with my rook. Anyway, he moves his queen. I move my pawn, and I'm like, I'm gonna sacrifice my pawn. Fuck it. I'm like, fuck it. I'm hoping he gives me that opening and he doesn't see it. I was like, fuck it. His pawn eats my pawn. It's my move. I move my horsey or the knight. He eats my knight, and I'm sure at this point, my opponent San Suan 221 from either Mexico or one of those other hundreds of countries with green, white, and red flags. But anyway, so I'm sure at this point he's like, what the fuck's this guy doing? Like, this guy's a fucking troll. I move my rook, and I'm like, if he doesn't see it, I got him. If he doesn't see it, I got him. I got him. If he doesn't see it, I got him. His king... Wait, what piece was that? Let's go back. His king eats my pawn, or queen, not this side. His queen eats my pawn, and I'm like, he fell for it. It fell for it. So I move my queen all the way across the board, and that's game. Checkmate. Checkmate. This piece right here, the rook, can move up and down, left to right, unlimited amount of squares, but it has to be north, south, east, and west. It can't move diagonally and stuff. So yeah, he's in checkmate. I move my queen there. His king is trapped. His king is trapped by his own pieces. His own henchmen fucked him. He has nowhere to move. So the fact that his own pieces are there bit him in the ass, and he can't eat me with his king because my bad boy rook right here is on the other side of the fucking board, watching him like a fucking hawk, like a fucking war hawk. So yeah, I probably will never upload a fucking chess video ever again. But this just happened a few hours ago, and I was like, wow, he actually fell for it. Like I was trying to dupe him, and I was playing like such an idiot, and I was just giving him all these pieces to eat. And since I saw that his king was trapped by his own pieces and he had nowhere to move, I was like, if I can just get my queen all the way over there on the side of his dumb blind ass, and just move my rook north and south to my queen, he's gonna be trapped and he's fucked, and that's checkmate. He has nowhere to move, and there's no pieces that can eat my queen, so he's fucked. So anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. All chess players matter. So in the description, I'll leave a link to the website and to my username. It's real easy to sign up. You can sign up for free. It doesn't take more than 30 seconds, honestly. And the basic membership is just free. You don't really. There's all this other like buy a membership and you get all these extra blah blah blah. And it's like I just want to play chess. What the fuck are you talking about? But anyway, later. Thanks for watching. Peace out.